Welcome to this edition of Collier Focus. On today's show, we'll take a look at the Board of County Commissioners meeting. The Master Mobility Plan is reviewed by the board as the ongoing public input effort continues. And the Convention and Visitors Bureau FY 2012 Strategic Plan is approved. I'm Troy Miller. We'll cover these stories and more next on Collier Focus. Stay tuned.
Whether reporting on the latest news stories or hot issues, taking a look at county government services, or announcing what's happening around the county, this is Collier Focus, bringing government home.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, the commissioners reviewed Phase 2 of the Master Mobility Plan update. The board placed an emphasis on public involvement and an open, transparent process.
Starting in about January, we've met almost 4 times a month, and it's all been open to the public. We've had 2 public scheduled meetings at venues to present the concepts in the plan, and we also have 2 more coming up, and those dates are very important if I could let the public know. November 1st and November 9th coming up. Check our website and please attend. So we've done quite a bit of public involvement. Mission statement for this will probably reduce the need for infrastructure. We have a difficult variance going forward between the long-range needs plan and the cost feasible plan. In other words, we can't afford what we need. So the term is to vehicle miles traveled, to reduce vehicle miles traveled. Find ways so people drive less. That's the goal of the plan. Find ways that people can drive less.
Once again, let us remind you of the 2 upcoming public input meetings. November 1st from 9 to 11 a.m. at the South Regional Library, and on Wednesday, November 9th from 9 to 11 a.m. at North Collier Regional Park's Exhibition Hall. If you can, please attend a meeting and let Collier County government know what you think about the Master Mobility Plan. The board adopted a resolution authorizing the condemnation of land and easements necessary for the expansion of Collier Boulevard from 4 lanes to 6 lanes, from Green Boulevard to Golden Gate Boulevard. The process of widening the section of Collier Boulevard will take a few more years to complete.
These are all partial takes along the west side of Collier or the north side of Pine Ridge and other places along the project. They are all sliver of takes to allow for sidewalks or drainage for the roadway to be widened from currently 4 lane to 6 lanes. The funding is in the year 2014. The board have in their 5-year work program funding for this project. That includes approximately $7 million of TRIP funding from the state of Florida.
Okay. The next step in the process will be to negotiate with the 10 remaining property owners on a fair price for the properties. The Vanderbilt Beach MSTU is working with FPL to bury power lines in that area, and the county has agreed to enter contract negotiations with Whole Montez to provide landscape inspection and site restoration services. The item received added attention because some water pipes in the area that are concrete asbestos will need to be relocated, and those pipes require special attention in order to not spread asbestos contaminants into the air.
A lot of our water distribution system, about 10% of our water distribution, which equates to about 93 miles of water main, is asbestos cement pipe. And that's because a lot of this distribution system was built during the time period when asbestos pipe was widely used nationwide. And so what we do in projects where it makes sense to do, where there are existing road projects, or places where we have a high rate of failure of the asbestos cement pipe, we will go in and we will replace the distribution system. We'll replace the water main with a different material of pipe, usually polyvinyl chloride, PVC, plastic pipe, or ductile iron, depending on what kind of conditions and what flow rates we need. But we do have a lot of AC pipe in our system, but the AC pipe doesn't contribute asbestos fibers. Even though there are fibers in the pipe walls, it doesn't contribute asbestos fibers to the drinking water, so it is not a water quality concern.
By comparison, the City of Naples water system is 70% cement asbestos pipe, and Fort Myers has 15 to 20% asbestos cement pipe in their water system. On the consent agenda, the board approved the fiscal year 2012 strategic plan for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Visitation was up 15% in 2011, and Tourism Director Jack Wirt plans to build on that success.
We're going to do a lot of the same things that we did this year. They worked very well. as I said, visitor numbers are up all over, so we're going to repeat and not change much of our creative strategy. We probably will target in the first part of next year the Northeast and the Midwest again, as we've done in the past. Maybe increase a little bit the great experience we had last year with some really nice billboards and so forth in the transit areas. So people boarding trains in January, February, and March in New York, commuting back and forth, lousy weather up there, 75 here, and we kept reminding people over and over again. So we will certainly repeat that. And then as we get into the spring and summer, we'll switch back to our Florida residents and talk to them and try to encourage them to come here rather than to some of our competitive destinations around the state.
The Convention and Visitors Bureau is funded through tourism development taxes and not ad valorem property taxes. The Commissioners adopted a public use preserve ordinance presented by Conservation Collier and Parks and Recreation. The plan is necessary for the preserve lands that are managed by Conservation Collier so that a user fee plan can be developed and to help prevent poaching.
Since Conservation Collier started, we've always known we needed a preserve use ordinance that was separate from the parks use ordinance. We wanted to provide different activities for people at preserves that were not allowed in parks, like camping or hunting or dogs on leashes, those sorts of things. Recently we had issues with poachers in Conservation Collier lands, and without an enforceable ordinance, Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission had no recourse if it was open to the public.
One Conservation Collier preserve is set to reopen to the public. We'll have more on that for you later in this show. The Board of County Commissioners has named Preferred Travel of Naples Business of the Month. President and CEO Wilma Boyd accepted the award. Preferred Travel of Naples opened their doors in 1984 with 3 employees in a 700-square-foot facility. 27 years later, they make their home in over 5,000 square feet and employ 45 travel professionals. We here at Collier Focus want to congratulate Preferred Travel of Naples, the October Business of the Month. The boardroom was packed as commissioners honored over 100 heroes with the Phoenix Award. The phoenix is a mythological bird that died and rose, renewed from its ashes. The Collier County Emergency Medical Services Department has adopted the Phoenix Award to recognize those EMS paramedics, EMTs, firefighters, and law enforcement officers who, through their skills and knowledge, have successfully brought back to life individuals who had died. The citizens and visitors of Collier County have truly received world-class patient care due to the dedication, desire, and determination of local law enforcement, fire department, and EMS personnel. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, Florida sets the date for our presidential preference primary, and we're moving up in the order. And the Collier County Health Department gears up for the winter by offering low-cost flu vaccines. All of that and more when Collier Focus continues. Welcome back to Collier Focus. Conservation Collier, Collier County's taxpayer-funded land acquisition program, has again opened the Pepper Ranch Preserve to the public on non-hunting Saturdays now through April 28, 2012. This gives people an opportunity to see portions of this historic property. The Visitor Center and surrounding area, including a hiking trail, is open for public use Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Principal Environmental Specialist Melissa Henning gives us some details on the Pepper Ranch hunt programs.
We do have a hunt program open to Collier County residents at Pepper Ranch. Right now, all our public hunts are full. We do have openings for our youth hog hunts and possibly the youth turkey hunts if you get your application in.
To participate in a youth hunt, you must first pass a hunting safety program. Now, for more information on Pepper Ranch, call Conservation Collier at 252-2961 or visit them on the web at colliergov.net/Conservation Collier. On October 3rd, Florida's Presidential Preference Primary Date Selection Committee decided on January 31st, 2012 as the date for the Presidential Preference Primary election. As a closed primary state, only Florida voters who are registered Democrats or Republicans will be eligible to vote on their respective presidential candidate in the January 31st Presidential Preference Primary election. Registered voters wanting to change party affiliation must do so before the registration book closing on January 3, 2012. For more information, visit colliervotes.com or contact the Supervisor of Elections office at 252-8450. Well, the 2011-2012 seasonal flu shots are now available at the Collier County Health Department. This year, in addition to the flu shot, the department is offering the high-dose flu shot that is specifically designed for people 65 years and older. The pneumonia shot continues to be available year-round. Shots are available at 3339 East Tamiami Trail on the first floor of the Health Department building, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. No appointment is necessary, and the costs are flu vaccine $30, high-dose flu $50, and pneumonia vaccine $70. Now, the Health Department will bill your Medicare or insurance provider, but be sure to bring a photo ID. Now, Deb Millsap from the Health Department gives us an insight into this year's flu season.
So far, we're not seeing very much flu activity, but that's normal. We start to see activity in October. Anytime now, we'll start to see more cases. As people come down from the north, and often the flu season starts earlier in the north, and as they come down, we get more flu cases, and it peaks somewhere around January, February, depending on the season. However, the important thing is right now is the time to get the flu shot so that you don't get, if you get exposed, you don't get sick. And because it usually takes about 2 weeks of incubation. So if you get it now and you're exposed to somebody in November and December, which are very busy months where people are visiting, a lot of family get-togethers, close quarters, colder temperatures usually, you'll be protected.
Now, for more information, the adult flu hotline is 252-8212. For additional flu information, call 252-8555. The Florida Transportation Department's Jolly Bridge construction is rolling towards its conclusion. The $25 million project constructed a new parallel span 20 feet to the west of the existing two-lane Jolly Bridge. And while the project is set for completion by the end of the year, both spans are now open to traffic. The new span carries traffic to Marco Island, while the previous bridge now carries traffic off the island to US 41. The project began in January of last year and will be completed very shortly. On Thursday, October 6th, Collier Area Transit and Lee Trans celebrated the opening of the new link route that will provide a mass transit connection between Lee and Collier counties. The stop is on the CAT Red Route 1B/1C, and the fare for the new route is $1.25. The Florida Department of Transportation and the Federal Transit Administration grant funds are helping to fund the new route. This route is a big deal for all of Southwest Florida.
It's really been a cooperative effort. It's been absolutely fantastic to see Collier County and Lee County working together to successfully bring to fruition a project which is going to benefit both communities at the same time. It was a real partnership, and it's really worthy of note that the elected leadership as well as staff of both communities had such a positive attitude about making such a great contribution.
Operation hours for Link is as follows: Monday through Saturday, 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, go to colliergov.net/cat. Now let's take a look at some upcoming Collier County government meetings. The following meetings are all held in the board meeting room on the third floor of the main administration building, 3299 Tamiami Trail East, at the Collier County Government Center, unless otherwise indicated. On Wednesday, October 19th at 9 a.m., the Contractors Licensing Board will meet. The Collier County Planning Commission will meet on Thursday, October 20th at 9 a.m. On Friday, October 21st, there will be a joint Lee County-Collier County MPO meeting at 9 a.m. at the Bonita Springs City Hall. Commissioner Donna Fiala will hold a town hall meeting beginning at 5 p.m. on Monday, October 24th at the South Regional Library. And on Tuesday, October 25th at 9 a.m., the Board of County Commissioners will meet in regular session. For more information on Collier County government, or to inquire about other meetings that have been scheduled since the taping of this program, contact the Communication and Customer Relations Department at 252-8848 or via email troymiller@colliergov.net. You can also click on our website at colliergov.net for more information. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's going on in the county parks when Collier Focus continues. Now, let's take a look at some of the many fun and interesting programs being offered through the Collier County Parks and Recreation Department. After School Adventures offers parents a safe and fun environment for their children when school is not in session. The program is for children from ages 5 to 12 and runs weekdays from 2:40 p.m. to 6 p.m. from January 2nd to June 2nd. The program is available at East Naples, Immokalee, Max Hass, Veterans, and Vineyards Community Parks, and the Golden Gate Community Center. For more information, call 252-4000. The Golden Gate Aquatic Facility offers youth aquatic lessons for children in 5 different levels based on their current abilities. There are several options for dates and times, so if you want more information on schedules and costs, call the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility at 353-7128. If you have arthritis and are looking for a low or no impact exercise, then the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility has the answer for you. Instructors for these classes are all trained by the Arthritis Foundation, and the exercises are specifically designed to give you a good workout with little or no joint impact. Classes are Fridays and Tuesdays from 11 a.m. until noon and are $5 each. If you want more information on the arthritis exercise class, call the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility at 353-7128. If you are interested in quilting, then the Naples Quilting Club is the place for you. They meet every Thursday from 1 to 3 p.m. at the East Naples Community Park, and the cost is free. If you feel like trying the tango, then sign up for ballroom dancing classes. This course will introduce and review a new dance each week, including the foxtrot, the tango, the rumba, and swing dancing. So put on your dancing shoes and meet at East Naples Community Park on Fridays from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The cost is $5 per class. Learn how to be the best babysitter at Babysitting Boot Camp. The course is designed to teach all the basics in babysitting, including CPR and first aid training. Participants must be 11 years old and must attend all classes. For more information and costs, call 252-4000. If you're having trouble controlling your canine, then basic dog obedience may be just what you need. Using consistency, repetition, and positive reinforcement, this course helps owners learn how to communicate with their trusted companions. You will also learn handling skills, basic obedience, cues, and verbal commands. Basic dog obedience is for dogs 4 months to 10 years old. The class meets on Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. at Veterans Community Park. For cost information, call 252-4000. There's a whole lot more to do in Collier County, not mentioned here on Collier Focus. For information regarding the location of county parks and other activities, contact the Parks and Recreation Department at 252-4000 or the Collier County Communication and Customer Relations Office at 252-8848. Well, that's all the time we have on this edition of Collier Focus. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.